We continue with our coverage of the Weekend of Champions from Benedict College on this Friday night. Game number 2 in the books. This is for the 2A state championship. Abbeville pulls away from Batesburg-Leesville in the second half for a 44-21 victory, and for the Abbeville Panthers, their 8th state championship. This was a back and forth, very tight game through the first half, and we'll recount what happened and then tell you what happened in the second half. But Abbeville got off to the early lead, a field goal, and the Panthers are up 3-0. But then Batesburg-Leesville came back with a pair of touchdowns. Bishop Cannon, a 17-yard run, and Tyreek Tolan, a 27-yard run. BL is up 14-3. In the second quarter, Courtney Jackson had a pair of touchdowns in the first 5 minutes of the quarter. And that put Abbeville on top, 17-14, runs of 6 and 8 yards for Jackson. He had 3 touchdowns on the night. Batesburg came back late in the half with Cannon on a 3-yard run, and Batesburg is up now 21-17. That was a 13-play drive, and looked like they were going to take the lead into halftime. But then Abbeville got a nice return on the kickoff, set them up in excellent field position, and with 40 seconds to go, Jackson ran in from 4 yards out. So at the half, Abbeville had the momentum and the lead at 24-21. In the second half, it was all Abbeville. In fact, between Abbeville's offense hogging the football and a lost fumble and a kickoff return, Batesburg-Leesville ran only 8 plays in the second half. And when you do that, offense like Abbeville, it's not going to work out well for you. So Jamie Gray scored with 7:12 to play in the third quarter for Abbeville. That made it 31-21. With 29 seconds to go in the third quarter, TJ Rogers ran in from 14 yards out. That made it 38-21. And then with 4:11 to play in the ball game, Jermaine Blackwell, a 2-yard run, made the final score 44-21 for the Panthers of Abbeville. As far as the final team stats, Abbeville with 417 total yards, 293 yards on the ground. And for Batesburg-Leesville, just 180 total yards, well below their average. Abbeville ran 71 plays to Batesburg-Leesville's 45 plays. The offense well distributed for Abbeville, typical for them, a lot of different guys carrying the football. Blackwell had the most carries, 16 for 79 yards. Junior Rapley had 67 yards. Courtney Jackson had the 3 touchdowns and 45 yards. That was the bulk of the offense for Abbeville. So for the 8th time, the Panthers take the state championship home. Coach Jamie Nichols getting it done once again. Abbeville has long been a powerhouse program in our state, whether it was in the 1A ranks or now in the 2A ranks. They get it done once again with a championship game victory over Batesburg-Leesville by a final score of 44-21. So to wrap things up here at Benedict tonight, Lakeview wins the 1A state championship. Abbeville wins the 2A state championship. And play begins tomorrow at Williams-Brice Stadium at high noon with the 4A state championship game. At 3 o'clock, it's the 5A state championship game. And then the nightcap at around 6 o'clock, it'll be the 3A state championship game. We'll have these video wrap-ups for you following each of those games tomorrow afternoon. Also, follow along on Twitter at Sports Talk SC, and we'll update the quarter-by-quarter scores for you as we go through the games. Thanks for joining us here for our coverage, the Weekend of Champions tonight from Benedict College. Have a good night.